Hey everybody, and welcome to Dank Ferric, a place to get that daily dose of Star Wars, and I'm sure you're getting it other places too, but I'm more than happy to contribute, so come say hi once in a while. But I wanted to say that today, before my little fan theory, my fan fiction, I wanted to let you know that I am getting a real camera. So if you want to see more of me, let me know in the comments, and I'd be more than happy to do this. Of course, it'd be on a real camera and edited way better. This is just a quick little thing with my low budget webcam, but a real one is coming. Today, we will be discussing what would have happened to Kylo Ren should he have survived Exegol, should he not have been able to force heal Rey. That's going to be the topic, so let's get into it. Have a good one.
As once I fell, so falls the last Skywalker.
We begin the fate of Ben Solo as he was force-pushed into the pits of Exegol, and as Rey was left to face the Emperor alone. She still killed him, that hasn't changed. But Rey would have died soon after. This left the redeemed Ben to still climb back up, and no matter his power in the Force, Rey was just too far gone, or maybe she was just destined to die. I'd like to think it was the will of the Force, just as Qui-Gon Jinn used to so often say. And so in this version, Ben could not bring her back for that reason. She was meant to die. Moving on though, Exegol is now destroyed. At least the Sith Temple is and Palpatine's fleet. But now, as the rebels are trying to hightail it out of there, they see Luke Skywalker's X-Wing launch. But instead of this time it being Rey, it was actually Ben Solo. And perhaps Finn feels this, as he's Force sensitive. Jump ahead though. Poe would hail the X-Wing, and he would order Ben to head to Ajan Kloss with the rest of the fleet. And wanting to make things right again, Ben, he'd comply. He'd probably have a look in his eyes like he knew the redeemed chapter of his life would be his finale. But now, with all of them on Ajan Kloss after the hyperspace jump and landing, even Ben is landed at this point, and the Resistance would send troops to surround the X-Wing and put Ben Solo under arrest. I would say that Ben would also go willingly here, especially as he's beginning to not think with such anger and hate and emotions. He's much more clear-minded as he's returned to his true self. From there, the Resistance, the rebels, whatever you want to call them, they would go on to question Ben, and it would probably be quite harsh at first. But this would slow down as Ben came to explain what happened on the ruins of the Death Star. He'd say that what he felt his mother do for him to show him one last time why he couldn't continue down the dark path. And then he would tell them that when Rey stabbed him, that she killed Kylo Ren, that it healed Ben Solo, it brought back Ben. And Finn could probably still use these unattuned senses of his, and he could more than likely feel the darkness not radiating from Ben as it had been for so many years now. And after this, Ben goes to explain the battle in the Sith Temple, where he and Rey stood against Palpatine, and he would tell them the fate of Rey. They would end up taking him to be tried and more than likely executed as a war criminal though. After all, Kylo Ren did horrendous things. He murdered thousands and thousands of innocents. He just wasn't a good guy. And as Ben Solo was Kylo Ren, it would have to be Ben who would answer. He'd end up just taking responsibility, and he'd do what was right for his soul, for the Force, for his uncle, his parents, just all of it. And that would be that. His fate sealed. He'd answer for his dark deeds, just as a Skywalker should. So this is what I feel would have been Ben's fate if he lived past Exegol and if Rey still died there and never left. But that's just me. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments and have a good time playing around with this theory. And remember, the Force will be with you always. Stay safe out there, and I will catch you guys next time.